Alright, hi everyone. Today I wanted to show you a little bit of what I've been doing this past week. I finished a canvas painting that has been in the works for a couple of weeks now, maybe longer, I don't know. But it's part of my flower series that I started a while back when I had like a flood of inspiration and I started like 8 canvas paintings all at once. And they've kind of been sitting off to the side just waiting for me to get back into them. And so I finished this flower painting and I kind of wanted to show y'all the rest of the process of me painting it. I feel like whenever I go back and watch it, I can see like a difference from when I started painting it. I was very loose and kind of abstract with it. When I picked it back up, I got very tight and it just kind of slowly became a little tighter than I wanted the finished painting to turn out, but I still like it. I still think it turns out really well. There's obviously some things that I wish I hadn't done. There's certain moments watching the footage back where I'm like, oh, I should have left it just like that because I really like how that looks. Or like played around with it more because it was like almost to like a good spot. Anyway, I'll let y'all watch and I'm just gonna kind of talk about other things that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot in my sketchbook, which has been really fun and amazing. I've been really enjoying these Caran Neocolor II water-soluble wax pastels. It's a mouthful of an art supply, but that's what it's called. And I've really been enjoying them, mostly because it's making me want to sketch more in my sketchbook. I'm not a very good drawer. I can draw, it's too time consuming for me. I feel like I get too zeroed in and, I start getting kind of more of a perfectionist kind of mindset when I draw. And I really don't like creating in that way because it's a little too stressful for me. I love how it looks whenever you do stuff that's realistic. It's just, the process of doing it is just not enjoyable for me. So I feel like since I've gotten the Caran colors, they allow me to draw, but also allow me to be creative with it. Like almost like I'm painting while drawing. I guess because the tip of it's not so sharp. See, I got into watercolor pencils a while back, and I really love using those. I still use those a lot. I feel like it was a good transition from just using like a regular ink pen to actually feeling like I'm still painting while I'm sketching. Because when I first started my very first sketchbook, I started in pencil and then I was like, oh, well, maybe I should only draw in pen. If you sketch in pen, it's more final, and so you end up sketching better because you're not erasing all the time. So I started sketching in pen, and then when I got the watercolor pencils, I was like, oh, it's kind of the best of both worlds because I can sketch, but I can also put the water on it, and that was a real turning point, and I started doing a lot more in my sketchbook because of it. But anyway, I really love the watercolor pencils. I still use them, but at the same time, they do have a very fine point on them. So you are kind of having to be precise when you're drawing, I guess, with them. So all of that is kind of like, led me to the Neocolor IIs. And it's just been really great because you can get small lines with them, but they're more of a fat surface like a paintbrush. So when I'm using them, and also because of the way that you can kind of scribble with them, it feels more like you're playing around. And I feel like I work the best whenever I'm just kind of playing around with it. Most of the stuff that I create is not very serious in nature, so I feel like I need to have that playful kind of mindset when I'm even sketching something. So I think the Neocolors have definitely unlocked, that part of my brain that can really just, get in there and make a mess and also make something, cool at the end of it. Anyway, I'll stop going on about them. I've really enjoyed them. And, if any of you out there have tried them and love them as much as me, like, exactly what I'm talking about. Like, they're so buttery and smooth. Anyway, I have a couple of videos about them if you're curious. I did an unboxing with them And, you know, I've definitely had a couple of sessions in my sketchbook using them, as well as the Stabilo Woodies. Those have been really fun too. And I can't wait to make more videos with those. Anyways, all of that to say that this painting actually started out as just a doodles kind of sketch in my sketchbook. And when I created it, I was just really in the mood to do flowers. You know, it was kind of winter time, so everything's dead. And I was really over, you know, just winter in general, I think. And I was ready for spring. So I was just really feeling flowers and, you know, drawing flowers, wanting to paint flowers, just anything to bring some, you know, some life back. And so I had 3 of these square canvases, so I decided to make 3 different flower paintings. And I've started all 3 of them, but I don't know if I want to make them kind of more cohesive, like, you know, where they all kind of look like they belong together, because right now they're all very different. I mean, they're all kind of like quirky flowers, but they don't really look like they would belong together. Like if you hung them up together, I guess they don't have the same kind of colors in them and stuff like that. So I thought about almost like painting over, not really fully painting over, but just kind of redoing some of my other ones that I've started and try to make them look good together or separate. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but I really like how this one turned out. Like I said, my flowers got a little too tight, you know, a little tighter than I wanted, but I still like the look of them. And like the finished product, it almost, to me, I don't know about you, but to me, it looks like they're underwater. I don't know if that's just because, you know, the background color makes them look that way, but I almost feel like, I don't know, I made these up from my brain. They're not real flowers. I'm sure there's probably flowers out there that look like these flowers, but I didn't use any kind of a flower reference when I did these. I just kind of made whatever look I kind of wanted. And I don't know, I think the way that the yellow flowers are kind of like drooping down, it almost looks like they're underwater somehow. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on it. Tell me if you think they look like they're underwater or, you know, if it's just me. So something else that I've been working on is my snail painting. If y'all saw my last video, I did an intuitive drawing with the Neocolor IIs, and by the end of it, I created this snail that almost looks like it's on an alien planet. I really loved the whole process of making it, and I instantly wanted to turn it into a canvas painting. So I am currently working on that, and this is far from done. This is just the underpainting. I definitely need to make his face bigger and tweak a lot of things because, like I said, it's the underpainting. It's far from finished. But I thought I'd show y'all, just kind of like take a peek at what, you know, I'm working on. You don't always get to see everything that is kind of happening all at once. So I thought it would just kind of be fun to share that, even if they're not finished works, you know? So I've also been doing a lot of sketching in my sketchbook, and I actually followed along with, I hope I'm saying her name right, Kosha Kuna. She does like a Draw Tip Tuesday kind of videos, which are really fun to watch. And the last one she did, her and a fellow artist actually draw together on the same like live session, and they had 2 reference photos to draw from. And so I kind of drew along with them in my sketchbook, and I created this kind of combination of both of the reference photos into one. And I really like how it looks with the Neocolors, because I layered a lot of different colors on top of each other, and I just really like how all the mountains in the distance kind of look and everything. And it was just really fun to do something that was prompted by someone else. I don't usually have a hard time finding references or finding ideas for things that I want to draw myself, but it is interesting, you know, following along with something that someone else picked. which I haven't done a whole lot of. A lot of times if I'm watching another video or something, I might get inspired by something that someone else is doing, but I end up creating like my own kind of thing. It's almost like it just kind of sparks the inspiration for something completely different. But I've never actually, followed along with something that someone else specifically picked. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that I had my supplies at the ready, right next to me, and so I just kind of picked up and started drawing. It was really fun. This other drawing I just really wanted to show y'all because it's so wacky and weird. When I was creating this, I was definitely doing the whole like intuitive drawing. So I started off with like the red and blue square, and then I kind of doodling all over the page with the blue line that kind of squiggles all over the place. Once I did that, it definitely kind of looked like a fishing line that had gotten tangled up, and so I was like, it might be cool if it was like someone falling off of their boat catching a fish, like a big fish, and they've kind of fallen off their boat. So I kind of just played off of that, and I ended up with this, and I love the little fish. I ended up doing like a piranha kind of fish. I just really like how it looks. It's totally weird, and I just love it. I love how it turned out. It was so fun. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and just kind of reflecting on my week. And next week I think I'm gonna do another sketchbook session with y'all. Y'all seem to really enjoy that last one that I did, and I really like making those kinds of videos. They're really, inspiring for me. I hope they're inspiring for you. So I'll definitely be doing some more of those. I'm still working on a lot of my canvas paintings, and I still have my gouache challenge that I'm gonna do. So stick around, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I appreciate everyone who hits the like button, everyone who subscribes and comments on my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope everyone had a great weekend. If you're watching this through the week, I hope your week's going well. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.